Welcome to Lotus Happiness, the virtual sanctuary of enlightenment to awaken the Buddha within you. Today, we are going to learn about what are the highest offerings to the Buddha. According to the Punna Kariya Vatu Sutta in the Pali Canon, there are 3 ways to accumulate merits, namely giving, ethical conduct, and meditation. Giving, otherwise known as dana in Pali, is an expression of generosity. The foundation of loving kindness is the big heart of generosity. The innate ability to give and share is not the privilege of the few wealthy ones. Everyone can accumulate merits and good fortune through generous giving. In other words, the root cause of all blessings is none other than awakening a sincere heart of generosity. Here are some of the most common offerings to the Buddha: flower, incense, lamp, fruit, to name a few. What is your favorite offering to the Buddha? There is a list of sutras expounding the virtue of giving, as well as teaching us the types of practices that are considered the highest offerings to the Buddha. Let's learn a Dharma quote from the Dhammapada 354. The gift of the Dhamma excels all gifts, the taste of the Dhamma excels all tastes, the delight in the Dhamma excels all delights. In the Vimalakirti Sutra, it says, if one hears sutras such as these, believes, understands, accepts, upholds, reads, and recites them, and by employing the power of expedient means makes distinctions and expounds them for the sake of living beings, rendering their meaning perfectly clear, one is thereby guarding and protecting the law, and this is called the offering of the law. Moreover, apart from expounding that practices such as having faith, upholding and learning the Dharma constitute the offering of the law, it further explains that the Dharma offering is the finest offering to the Buddha. Here goes the quote: you should understand this important point. The offering of the law is the finest of all offerings, it is first in rank and without equal, therefore, you should use this offering of the law as your offering to the Buddha. In the Lotus Sutra, the Buddha declares that the Dharma practices consist of accepting, upholding, reading, reciting, expounding, copying, and transcribing the sutras. All these practices are strongly linked to education and learning as the primary actions to develop wisdom and understanding of the Dharma. In the Surangama Samadhi Sutra, the Buddha says, excellent, excellent. As you have said, out of the wish to benefit all sentient beings, you have now generated the aspiration to achieve unsurpassable and perfect enlightenment. This is the highest offering that can be made to the Tathagata. The Avatamsaka Sutra says, taking refuge in the Buddha, they should wish that all beings continue the lineage of Buddhas, conceiving the unexcelled aspiration. Taking refuge in the teaching, they should wish that all beings enter deeply into the scriptures, and their wisdom be deep as the sea. Taking refuge in the community, they should wish that all beings order the masses, all becoming free from obstruction. In other words, taking refuge in the Buddha means generating the aspiration of enlightenment to spread the Dharma. Taking refuge in the Dharma means developing wisdom through lifelong learning of the sutras. And taking refuge in the Sangha means cultivating leadership among the bodhisattvas as part of the Dharma practice. Before we come to an end, let us review the question, what are the highest offerings to the Buddha? There are 2 actions that are deemed as the highest offerings to the Buddha. First, cultivating wisdom by conscientiously learning the Dharma through lifelong study of the sutras. Second, generating the aspirational mind of enlightenment. In Zen Buddhism, the 4 great vows are often recited as part of the daily practice. Sentient beings are innumerable, I vow to liberate them. Afflictions are inexhaustible, I vow to uproot them. Dharma methods are immeasurable, I vow to learn them. Buddhahood is unsurpassed, I vow to attain it. Dharma giving is the highest offering that will create wonderful causes and conditions for your happiness and enlightenment. You may ask, how can I practice giving the highest offerings to the Buddha every day? Some of the actions include generating an intention of enlightenment before the start of your meditation or chanting session, setting aside a time to read the sutras and learn the Dharma, reflecting on how you can apply generosity in your daily life through sharing of Buddhism with family and friends. If you are interested in finding out more about the sutras, here are the recommended resources. It is a joy to have you today, and thank you for listening. Please consider subscribing to the channel of Lotus Happiness to learn the Dharma together. See you soon.
The awakening mind is your true nature. Subscribe to Lotus Happiness to unleash the greatest potential within you.